I was in that field starting off at an HIV organization. I was trained by the gay community. They sent me across the street to Planned Parenthood. So the director of sex education of the greater Austin area Planned Parenthood, she became my mentor and gave me one-on-one trainings on how to teach comprehensive sex education to children. She said, Monica, when you walk into a room full of children, I want you to imagine that they've done anything and everything when it comes to sex. And if they haven't, they will. And it's your job as a sex educator to teach them all forms of sex and how they can reduce their risk. And so that, in a nutshell, is their view of our children. They teach those children how to navigate, quote unquote, the healthcare system, which is go to Planned Parenthood to get tested and treated for those diseases and to have abortions. And that is the cycle of comprehensive sex education. Comprehensive sex education is the sales funnel. It is the marketing tool that leads to abortion. So when they can take our children and they become the parent of our children and they're teaching our children about sexuality and their morals and their values and their beliefs, and they eliminate the parent, what they're doing is they're breaking down those inhibitions that the children have. They're restructuring their attitudes about relationships, marriage, family, and sexual intimacy. And then as they are teaching them how to objectify themselves and each other through recreational sex, then it's a natural next step to dehumanize the preborn child and have an abortion. It's literally an automatic thought. It is a cycle of dehumanization. There's several reasons why I'm a powerful speaker for this. One, it's not only that I was groomed in this, I was taught this, and then I did it for 10 years, and I know a lot of the decision makers in this field, but I lived that philosophy. I am that face. I'm reading all these articles right now, Seth, about, what about the minorities? And we need to make sure that people from rural areas have access to healthcare, which they're really talking about abortion. I'm that person they're talking about. I'm a Hispanic woman, grew up in poverty, had an unplanned pregnancy, and basically they're saying, according to CRT, that I'm destined to poverty and to oppression, and none of those things are true. So when I faced an unplanned pregnancy, because of my training in comprehensive sex education, I immediately scheduled an abortion. I did not even think about the humanity of my child until someone humanized my child for me. And as soon as I recognized that my child was real, I became a mama bear. I canceled that appointment and I raised my son on my own. And so women can do this. Was it perfect? No. Were there a lot of challenges? Absolutely. But I was willing to face the shame that my family had about me. I was willing to face all of those things because my son's life was more valuable than my comfort.